Penny stocks are the perfect place for traders with very small accounts looking to make a lot of money quickly. If you have a $1,000 account and your goal is to retire and trade full time in 2 years, you're just not going to do that on stocks like Amazon. I mean, this is a crazy move for a stock like Amazon. And even this move, as you can see here, is up 33%, but it took 122 days to do so. If your goal is to make a lot of money fast, that kind of volatility isn't going to cut it. Whereas a stock like BCDS, this is a 2-cent, 3-cent, 4-cent stock, just a couple months ago made a 2,000% move in 15 days. And on the last trading day, went up over 500% in one day. Let's have a very real conversation with one another right now before we move on in this video. This style of trading is extremely risky. If your goal is more consistent gains, definitely stick to stocks like Amazon, your big blue chip stocks and things like that. I'm specifically talking here to the people that are attempting to make a lot of money very fast. I want you to know you are more likely than not going to fail. That just is the unfortunate sort of reality of this game. If you target this really high volatility, it's going to be difficult. But if that's your goal, continue watching this video and I will teach you how you can find these moves in real time every single day. And just quickly before jumping into it, in today's video, we are going to be building a custom scanner and a few custom scan columns so that the stocks that are moving now always appear at the top of your results. If you are interested in any of them, they are already available on my website alongside over 140 other custom ThinkorSwim codes that you get access to, all of them for one low price. Click into our codes over on the website. The link is in the description down below. So now hopping into the scan tab within ThinkorSwim, which is where I will be building this scanner today, let's go ahead and build a scanner that returns us cheap stocks, penny stocks, or up to $3, $5, whatever your sort of taste is, and stocks that are very strong on the day. This part is very easy. After this very easy part, we're then going to jump into a little bit more complicated building custom columns, because it's very important with scanners that you utilize columns like that to sort the scan results by the strongest right now. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do that. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the scanner. I'm going to add a filter. I'm going to add a stock filter. And most obviously, I am going to add one for the last price. So if I choose last here, this just represents the last tick of the equity. What was the price? We can set our max. If we only wanted to look at penny stocks, we can set it to 99 cents. Of course, if you're like okay with going up to $5 or whatever you're okay to going up with, that's what you can set your max to. The title of this video is something like best penny stock scanner ever. So I'm going to leave it at 99 cents for our max last price. Only stocks trading less than $1 can be returned within this scanner. Next, let's add in another filter and another stock filter, and let's go with volume. Now, very often, if any of you returning subscribers to this video are watching, you'll know that very often I go with 1 million shares as my minimum volume. That's just a good liquidity check. Let's make sure we're not trading stocks with awful bid to ask spreads. We're not going to get stuck in our trades, etc., etc. However, when trading such cheap stocks, they are inherently going to trade more volume because the shares are cheaper, right? So if I'm buying $1,000 worth, I can buy a lot more shares of a 99-cent stock than I can a $100 stock, right? So let's go ahead this time, instead of 1 million, let's go with 5 million as our minimum volume. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I always have to count that out loud. Now, that's really it. That's all the scan filters I'm going to put on. Show me cheap stocks, trading a ton of volume. Now, first column that we will sort by, and once again, I'm going to build some custom columns that are going to work even better, but you can use one of these default columns. You can simply sort ascending top down by percent change. So now you have the stocks that are under $1, trading a ton of shares that are making the biggest move today. This first one is like a gross 0.00000. I think I said too many zeros, whatever. Last price stock. You're going to get some crap like that returned. Let's go ahead and skip over it. Let's look at the next one, and that is BCDS, which is the stock that I talked about in the intro of this video. And if I come down into the 5-minute chart, you will actually see this stock just ripped. I mean, just about for like randomly out of nowhere in the last 30 minutes of the previous trading day, this stock just began ripping and made a 400% move. And in its first 10 minutes here, it made a 55% move. So something very important to note on ThinkorSwim columns, this information is live updating. The results returned, like the actual stocks returned in a ThinkorSwim scanner, is delayed about 3 to 5 minutes. I think it's something to do with ThinkorSwim server lag and load, but the data in the columns updates in real time. That's why using custom columns to sort your results is so powerful within ThinkorSwim. And I say that because in that first 10 minutes when BCDS jumped up 55%, you would have immediately seen it jump up to the top 3-4 results here in your scanner, and you could have immediately gone and looked at it here. And after that, it made another 255% move, which is probably something you would like to have on a watch list in real time, correct? However, daily percent change isn't always the best way to sort stocks if you're looking for stocks that are making moves right now. BCDS just happened to be a great example of a stock that is making a move right now into the close of the latest trading day. But if I go down to the next stock is LXRX, the next stock on our list when sorted by daily percent change, you can see that, this thing just gapped up huge. And while it did provide you opportunities throughout the day, it's not like actually making a great move that you would really like to keep an eye on right now. If this thing were to pop, you would want to see it. But right now, you don't really care about it as much, right? So instead of daily percent change, let's go ahead and build out a custom column that shows us 5-minute percent change. So over the last 5 minutes, how much is the stock up or down? And once again, since the data in the columns is live updating, if we sort ascending top down by that column, we will always know the stocks that are moving the biggest right now. They will always be at the top of our scan results. To create a custom scan column within ThinkorSwim, you are going to come to this cog to the far right of your column headers, click on it, click into customize. That will pop up our column set modal, and in your lookup a column, you will type in custom. You'll see something here like custom 1 through 19. What's really important is that there is this scroll icon without a lock on it. That means that if you click into this scroll icon and hop into the ThinkScript editor, we can edit the source code of this data for this column. So here we need to build out the percent change equation. The percent change equation is not necessarily super difficult. It is new value minus original value in the numerator. In the denominator, what we are dividing it by is once again the original value. Then, of course, multiply that whole thing by 100 so that it is a percent. So in our case, the new value is the close, the current price of the ticker. So we're going to go with close minus, and the original value will be the opening price of this candle. Let's go ahead and wrap this equation in parentheses so that it is grouped together as the numerator, and we'll divide it once again by that original value of open. Let's go ahead and wrap this entire equation in parentheses so that it all gets multiplied by 100 when it's time to do so. Now, next very important step, make sure that we set this to the 5-minute time aggregation, because instead of the daily percent change, the whole reason we're building this, I want to see the 5-minute candles percent change. So clicking into this icon here, this gives you a drop-down list of every time frame available within ThinkorSwim. I'll of course kick into 5 minutes. I'm going to right now turn off extended hours trading because I'm making this video on a Sunday, and I'll get a bunch of just kind of gross results from Friday night. If you are using this in pre-market or after hours, of course, leave include extended hours turned on. For right now, I'll turn it off. I'll go ahead and hit apply and OK. Make sure, of course, you double click on it to add it to your current set. Now, as I run this scanner, I should be able to sort top down by this, and we should be able to see the stocks that have the biggest green 5-minute candles right now. And of course, as expected, BCDS is at the top of the list because once again, this stock went crazy into close on Friday. So that's good to see. Seems to be working as expected. Let's take a look at another example. SPZI. Apparently, its most recent 5-minute candle is up 11%. Nothing to shake a stick at, right? I mean, nothing to shake a stick at. People invest their money in the S&P 500, and if they make 11% in a year, they're thrilled. Right now, we have a penny stock that just did 11% in the last 5 minutes. Now, this is a gross example. This is not a stock you would like to trade, and this is sort of unfortunately going to happen a lot when you're looking at penny stocks. You're going to get this like, yes, it's trading. I mean, it's trading a ton of volume. This thing, let's go out to the daily real quick. It traded 16 million shares of volume on the previous day, but it's just gross, choppy, high frequency algorithms are making money on the spread against this thing. Not something you should actually be targeting. I'm actually glad this appears because it's a good time to talk about this. When you're looking at penny stocks, you're going to see charts like this and you need to avoid them. Like whenever you see anything barcoding like this, just leave it alone. Yes, it's trading heavy volume, but Trey, it's trading so much volume. There's so much liquidity, but this is very obviously not human volume. This is algorithms, once again, playing the spread. They're trading just millions of shares back and forth in nanoseconds. It's not something you should try to get involved in. Let's go down to the next stock on the list, which is AREB. Made a 4.5% move in the last 5-minute candle. Did get a decent little bounce there. Not too shabby. Once again, 4.5% in one 5-minute candle. People would lose their mind if the S&P 500 went up 4.5% even in like a week, and you're getting that in one 5-minute candle. That's the power of penny stocks. And actually, this ticker is a perfect segue into the next custom column I would like to build as an option for how you can sort your scan results. And that will be looking at strength, like larger picture strength, more than just what is up big in the last 5 minutes. Because yes, this stock is up big on the last 5-minute candle, but it's just like a little bounce from a massive hit it just took. Like this isn't something that really gets the juices flowing. This isn't like crazy momentum that you would like to buy into, right? So let's go ahead and build out a scan column that will show us the stocks with the current strongest momentum at the top of our scan results, rather than just what has the most recent biggest 5-minute green candle. In order to objectify momentum, we need to make use of an indicator. We have to have some sort of mathematic calculation that we can compare across tickers to, once again, prove whether something is strong or it's not. You can't just say, I want to see strong stocks. You have to give some information to the scanner, right? And that's where indicators are so important. And for this, I am going to use the simple moving average, and I will set it to a length equal of 200. This will be what we take our percent change from. So actually looking here at AREB, I wouldn't be interested in AREB right now, even though it's high on the list because of this green candle. It's just been getting hammered all day. So I don't like, if I'm looking for bullish continuation, which is kind of the whole point of this video, you're looking for huge moves on penny stocks, right? This is not a huge move on a penny stock. AREB back here, like maybe when it started to make this move and it got here a 15% difference from its 200 simple moving average to its current price, and then continued up from there another 23%, I would want AREB to be towards the top of my scan results on this candle here. That's what we're looking to achieve with this custom column. So let's go ahead and start building it. So this will be really easy because we just need to build the percent change equation again, and the new value is exactly the same. Current price, which in ThinkorSwim can be represented by close, and this time our original value is the 200 length simple moving average. So let's do close minus simple moving AVG, open parentheses, set the length parameter equal to 200. Let's go ahead once again and wrap this entire equation in parentheses so that it is grouped together as the numerator. And let's divide again by our original value being the simple moving AVG, length parameter set equal to 200. Let's go ahead and wrap this entire equation in parentheses so that the entire thing gets multiplied by 100. And remember, once again, we are interested in seeing this data on the 5-minute chart as we are looking to build a day trading scanner for these penny stocks. So switch your time aggregation to 5 minutes, apply, okay. Make sure your column is of course turned on. And when we run this and we sort it top down ascending, we should now see stocks that have strong momentum rather than just a big green candle on the last tick. So we go down to the first result that is actually returning us a value, and it is once again BCDS, and apparently BCDS 305% above its 5-minute 200 length simple moving average, which is crazy. But of course, this thing did make an insane move. If we go ahead and just quickly try to check, yep, something like 305% above the 200 simple moving average. That's a little bit ridiculous, but I want you to make note of, say, this candle here. This candle here, it was 107% above the 200 simple moving average. You would have been notified if sorting your results using this custom column, this would have jumped right to the top of your scanner on this candle here. And since this candle here, it still made another 111%. I'm not telling you that anytime a stock spikes like this, it's going to continue another 111%, but the point of this scanner is to find those types of opportunities, right? So looks to be good there. The next stock we have on the list now is LXRX. I believe we took a look at this one as well. Yeah, see, so, and now here is where you can sort of decide. Do you like looking at the 5-minute candle or do you like looking at the momentum? Because LXRX is well above its 200 simple moving average, but maybe not necessarily doing a whole lot right now. Like, yes, one you want to have on a watch list because it's ridiculously strong, but this is where we start to see the difference between looking at overall momentum and momentum on the candle right now. The next stock on the list, TCTM. Here's a nice looking result. You get a stock that is currently pushing up. I mean, it just made a nice move, consolidation period. Maybe you're looking for this thing to break this high. I'm not going to tell you how to trade these kind of stocks, but seeing a move setting up like this on a penny stock, trading heavy volume, and having it returned right at the top of your scanner because you are using this custom column can be extremely powerful. I want to say something quickly before moving on. I hope you're sort of taking mental note of just how powerful these custom columns are for any scanner you're running. This doesn't need to be exclusive to looking at breakout penny stocks. Any scanner you're running, seeing the percent change difference from the 200 simple moving average and sorting your scan results in that way can be extremely powerful. Seeing which stock had the largest, most recent 5-minute candle can be extremely powerful. So don't feel like you can only apply these to this one scanner. They can be applied to any and all scanners that you run. Let's make another tweak to the scanner itself here to make it return even better situations for potential continuation. If I come back into the BCDS chart, this is the stock that made a huge 500% run into close on the last trading day, you'll notice something important on the daily chart, and that is this thing is currently experiencing a blue sky breakout. What a blue sky breakout means, it is higher than any recent value, essentially. That means that there is little to no overhead resistance on this thing. There's not bag holders or like recent bag holders looking to sell into this pop that would be keeping it from exploding even stronger. Blue sky breakouts like this are a very key functionality that is often scanned for when looking for breakout stocks. So let's add that functionality to our scanner to limit our scan results to only show us stocks currently experiencing these type of daily chart blue sky breakouts. So I'm going to come back into add filter. This time, rather than stock, we are going to add a study filter. I'm going to come into the pencil icon and into the ThinkScript editor, and I want to only see stocks returned in this scanner where the current price is greater than any price that has been recently printed. To do that, I'm going to say close. Once again, in ThinkorSwim represents the current price of the ticker is greater than, and I'm going to use an action function here named highest. The action function accepts two parameters. First is value, second is length. If I want to see the current price is greater than any value recently printed, the value I will look for the highest of is high. And for the length, let's just go with something like 10. So the current price is greater than the highest high value out of the last 10 bars. And very importantly here, we also need to offset this highest high value by 1. Essentially, that just means it won't be including the current candle in its calculation. Because, of course, the current price can never be higher than the high of the current bar, if that makes sense. So offsetting it by 1 is important, else you won't ever get any results. And we do, once again, want to keep this aggregation on daily. We're looking for daily blue sky breakouts. Even though this is a day trading scanner, stocks experiencing daily blue sky breakouts are more likely to experience that intraday continuation. So now, very fun, we go from 53 results down to just 4. Now we're getting real finite. And this is oftentimes what you want to see in a scanner. Let's narrow this thing down as much as possible. Just show me the absolute best setups. And now we have 4 stocks. BCDRS we've been looking at. LXRX we've been looking at, but I haven't looked at the daily chart yet. Yep. I mean, this thing is up and above any recent prints experiencing a blue sky breakout. OCGN is another stock. Let's go ahead and look at this thing's daily. Nice run, nice multi-day run on this thing, by the way. Experienced a really nice day on the last trading day. Look at this intraday continuation. This is what we're looking for on a scanner like this, right? Nice intraday continuation like that. And the stock is experiencing blue sky breakouts. It is above any recent printed high. It would have been experiencing blue sky breakouts even from like this day here. It would have been above any recent high. So it would have been on your scanner before even making a nice more continuation type move. And the fourth and final stock, TWG, let's just take a quick look. Yep, this thing was a massive gap upper, but of course above any recent prints. So that's just another thing you can add to your scanner if you would like to limit the results down to be a smaller number, but even better chances of intraday continuation. And if you're like, well, Trey, there's only 4 results, that's not enough. That's not a large enough watch list. It's not going to provide me with enough opportunities throughout the day. Well, then expand, let's set the max price up to $5 rather than just 99 cents. I mean, now we have 6 results. The first one I notice on here that looks different from the previous, MYSZ. I've actually already loaded MYSZ on my chart here, and you can see this thing is up over $1, but on the last trading day made a 42% move. That's still probably something you would be interested in having on a watch list. You can even consider going down to like 2.5 million shares as the minimum volume rather than 5 million. Okay, that actually didn't add anything. Let's try going down, 1, 2, 3. Let's try going down to just 1 million shares as the minimum volume. Let's see if this adds anything to the scanner. Now we're up to 12 stocks. ONDS, this looks like a new one that I haven't seen yet. ONDS. This is a stock that is over $1, and it's not trading 5 million shares, but this thing is trading 16 million shares. Not exactly sure why it wasn't popping up, but I just looked back and it was the other stock that was added when I expanded the price out to above $1, because this thing is of course above $1, but on the last trading day, guess what? 12% move. Now, that's not like the 500% move that we were looking at earlier, but once again, 12% in a day, one day, 12%. Don't shake a stick at that. These are still stocks that you should be excited about. And once again, since the name of this video is something like best penny stock scanner ever, If you don't want to include the blue sky breakout thing and you just want to go see the list of all penny stocks that are currently very strong, you can just go back to the original scanner. The point of my videos is to give you all as many options as possible. That's the point of my website as well. When you access the codes on my website, you get access to all the source code and it's all writable. So I want you to, when you import the code from my site or when you're watching one of these videos, I want you to take the codes and customize them to what aligns with your personal trading goals, because that is going to be different for literally every single person watching this video. We all have different mindsets. We all have different lives. We all are going to be targeting different goals in our trading. That's a rant, but I just wanted to get that off my chest there as well. And once again, guys, this scanner and the custom columns that I built are available alongside over 140 codes over on my website, daytradingstrategies.net. Click into our codes, click into any of the icons there. That will bring you to the sign up page. You get access to everything for $35 a month. And since you watch this video, if you use coupon code END, you'll get access to everything for only $25 for your first month. I don't even know what the math on that is. 140 codes for $25. It's like 15 cents a code or something ridiculous like that. I do have my website set up as a subscription, as I am always adding and updating new codes to the website as the markets are ever evolving. There's no such thing as something that always works. You always need to be optimizing and updating your codes. So that's why I do set it up as a subscription. But of course, if you just want to sign up and download things, you can also easily cancel your account at any time with just 3 mouse clicks under the My Account tab. I don't make it difficult. I'm not trying to lock you in and scam you or anything like that. I promise it's very easy to cancel your account. If that's what you want to do, no hard feelings. Sign up, cancel your account, download what you want to download, go about it that way. Anyway, daytradingstrategies.net. Go check it out. Go read the reviews. Links in the description down below. Checking it out won't hurt you. And if you decide to sign up, you will become a better trader today. With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you all did learn something. I mean, we covered a lot in this video. You now have the tools at your disposal to find at any given time the strongest penny stocks in the stock market. That is just an extremely powerful tool. I hope you all learned something. If you did, please take the half second to hit the like button. If you would like to continue learning, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below.